I said, what's good about pearls? He said, travel. I said, are Enderman farms good for anything else? He said, I don't know. You'd be surprised, dude. Some people just don't know the function of a farm. I don't need thousands and thousands of pearls. I was hafnium. Gotta get my pearl quota for today. Well, sure, but you also gotta think a lot of the kids are being raised by the internet these days, and the most popular stuff on the internet are memes. So they're being raised to talk like memes. You're partial to farming for fun and food. Okay. I'm partial to hitting some Endermen for get my weapons all built back up. Hella old. Back in my day, we had wholesome memes. Yeah, access, 100%, dude. I have nieces and nephews that are raised that way. I know 100%. Just stupid stuff. Free for all. So access, I wanna share with you a little tidbit of my mind, and I want you to tell me if you kind of feel the same way. I feel like the kids in this generation, kids who aren't 18 years old yet, are gonna have the same kind of attitude as kids that were raised in the late 60s, early 70s. There's a lot going on in the world. Back then it was like post-war. So people weren't as hard as people on things. The world was changing, stuff was unsure, and the kids were just kind of flying by the seat of their pants. And you know how history goes in cycles? Yeah, and TJ, that's going to be a thing too. And then what happened to start off the 80s was we had a huge economic crisis, remember? It was a huge economic crisis. Things kind of died down for a bit. People had to start worrying about stuff again. And there was more having a need for structure. Okay, but it reached a head in the early 80s though too. Rarest. Because you gotta think of the great oil crisis where people were waiting in line for gas for hours and hours and hours. Well, yeah, access, but that's kind of how they were back then though too. They were kind of, you know, rebellious, don't listen to them. You totally see it? That's fine, Rarest. I'm just going off of what I see from history. Yeah, access. It's kind of like a you're not on the same level playing field. You don't know what I'm doing, so therefore I don't care about anything what you say. Yeah, Lainey, and that's only going to get worse as time goes on. Rarest, whenever I look it up, they always call it the great fuel prices of 1980. So I mean, I don't know. It probably existed in the late 70s too, but that's how it's dubbed in the history books. That's how I was taught about it. So I mean, like, you know how the great market crash of 2008? The market was crashing before then too. You could say, well, actually it was happening in 2007 as well, but the history books aren't going to say that. They might talk about it in an excerpt, but the year everybody remembers is 2008, because that's when it all reached a head. Yeah, Access. COVID's done a lot of crazy stuff to people, man. It's like buying a pet and realizing you can't take care of the pet, but worse. You're like, oh, I can't take care of this living, breathing thing that needs my attention. Sure, Rarest. That works. Yeah, Access. I mean, I felt that way too when I was younger, but it was a whole different set of circumstances with that. I can totally relate. Even though I don't want to. You. Alright, I'm out of here. Bye, Enderman! Have fun. Thanks for the repairs. Okay, we're back to grinding away. Ow! Almost slid into that tree. That would have sucked. But I feel like we're not going to see, like... Because, like, the kids of, like, the... I feel like... Where do you fall in the sequence of your siblings? I'm the middle child, Hafnium. I'm the oldest of two from one, but I'm the middle of the other one. Yeah, Access, for sure. For sure. And with the internet getting faster and faster and information getting easier and easier to get a hold of, it's only going to get worse, you know? When you can scream at a box and get exactly what you're looking for without too much of an error, doesn't leave you much things you got to do IRL, you know? Alexa, what's the square root of 81? The square root of 81 is 9. Thanks. I don't have to type in Google anymore. Well, yeah, Hafnium for sure. That's why when people always ask me if I had a superpower, what would I do? I mean, or if you wanted, like, society to have a superpower, even if they had it, they'd be too lazy to do it. If we all could fly, people would be too lazy to fly. Like, not everybody runs or walks, for that matter. Typing? That's so 2000s. Remember CompWiz? It used to take us 10 minutes to get on the internet. Now we can just click a button and we're there. Double click the AOL icon or the Netscape Navigator icon and wait. Get up, go use the bathroom, make a sandwich, come back, you're still connecting. Whoa, Space Builder, being able to fly and being able to float are two completely different things. Airplanes can't float, but they can fly. You're talking a whole other set of skills. Rarest. Yeah, flag magnet. I don't know if you were here the other day when I mentioned it. I saw it in a YouTube short. There's a trend going around on TikTok where kids have a challenge. It's a TikTok challenge. Record yourself writing your name without ever lifting up your pen or pencil. And I was like, isn't that cursive? Weren't we taught to write that when we were younger? But the kids think it's a challenge now. Rarest. It's pretty crazy though. I've also seen videos on YouTube where they give a kid a rotary phone and they're like, I don't want you to dial any kind of phone number, just dial the number 4. And they don't know how to use a rotary phone. Given, I mean, you know, rotary phones are kind of weird. We had one growing up as a backup to our other to our cordless phone, in case, you know, the power went out. That way we could still dial out. What's the number for 911? It's crank. Crank. Rotary phone's the reason we have the tones for numbers. Yeah, for sure. Because they used to have their own, like, little... Wasn't it, like, Morse code or something? There used to be, like, little bumps and dashes when you hit the rotary phone. I think it was Morse code. Or something. It was something sending a signal somewhere else. I don't know the bits and bobs about it. Ask a kid to show you how they talk on the phone with their hands. Yeah, they don't do this anymore. They do this. Hi, Brucey. We're gonna be digging this hole for a while, my friend. And like even the old like digital phones and the newer phones, they had a switch where you could switch it from tone to pulse. So you could have the phone still do pulse if you wanted to. Which I didn't understand that functionality at all. Yeah, I always wanted to learn, like, ham radio stuff, Rarest. I wanted to get one when I was younger. I never did, though. My parents wouldn't get me one. They didn't want me listening to stuff that they didn't want me listening to, you know? Because I could tune into all kinds of stuff. He could be listening to those dirty radio stations. Oh, I know. So are bell-bottom jeans and vinyl records and everything else. You've been a ham for 15 years? We're looking for a ham for Thanksgiving, Rarest. You want to offer yourself up? Hi, Puerto Rico. Welcome in, bud. You got it. Congrats, dude. That means you get to meet Jeff. Yeah? She's a pretty nifty person. Shocked he didn't go straight for I get to pet Sandy. I see where his priorities are. I see where his priorities are. Don't want to see the dog? I got it. You would go for Sandy, yes? When you make those radios, does it have to be hand? Can you use other meats? You can. But if you make a turkey radio and the signal doesn't come through very well, you can say it's all gobbled up. I'm sorry, what'd you say? My turkey radio is not working very well. Ham has the best salt content. That's why Rarest has been a ham for 15 years. He's the curest of hams. He's full of salt. You sure can, Hafnia. What's up? That was terrible. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. My turkey gobble was spot on. Thanks. This channel's so informative. Hey, I know 70% of roughly 43 European countries. That's something I can hang my hat on. And I also knew Macedonia was a country. So yeah, I'm gonna flex on all y'all for at least 2 days. He can't change the title. The mini slimes don't hurt me. Nope. Rarest Iowa, I made this joke yesterday. Maybe you'll appreciate it. You ready? You ready, Rarest? Hey, everybody. I'm a girl on the internet. Hey, everybody. I'm a girl. You like that one? You're welcome, Happy. It sounds so accurate. I mean, there's slime balls at the end, right? That's what you get when you kill them. TJ, I would have to make it a thing in the bot for you to be able to do that. There's no way to do it. Want to join my guild? I can trim your cape for free. Do you have a boyfriend? Do you want a boyfriend? Do you want to see my Pokemon cards? Yeah, TJ, I would have to put that functionality in. I don't have it in there. There is no default commands in the chatbot app. You have to make the default commands. But they give you the syntax and the documentation. That way you can kind of like set it up as like baby's first command. Turned out she had a deep voice. Hey, good for them. Oops. Rarest, when I played Guild Wars, one thing you could do in the PvP side of things was you can hold one of the areas, and when you held one of the areas, it made a difference in how some of the world, you know, worked in the game. And whenever you won that match, your name actually got put on in chat that people knew. So-and-so has won, the favor of the gods have been extended or whatever. And in that game, you can have like clan tags for your guild. They called them guild tags. And people always made up some questionable names. But the one of my favorite ones was there was a guild called Guys in Real Life, and their tag was girl in all caps. Guys in Real Life. I thought it was pretty good. Access, send it to me in a Discord DM. I'll get it set up for you and give you a command. That way you know what's going on with it. I knew he was behind me. I knew he was behind me. Little turd. I saw him from back there in the corner and I knew he was going to follow me all the way over. I was like, maybe I should turn around. Was he behind me? He was. When he blew up, he wasn't. Sneaky creeper, yeah. Shock collar. 20-inch blades on the Impala, TJ. You think Jaff called you a creeper once? Only once? Don't look now, there might be another one. I wouldn't doubt it. Don't know what song I just went for? What is the name of that song? Wanna be a baller, shot caller, 20-inch blades on the Impala. Baller, getting laid tonight. I can't think of the name of the song. You understood the song? Yeah. Anyways, it's an old rap song, TJ. Little Troy. There you go. Yeah, I didn't know who sung it. I just knew the words. Back when the movies and TV shows about the inner city kids who get the very white teacher who try to understand them and they kind of like haze them or whatever, that was one of the theme songs for one of the shows. Yeah, he was around Notorious B.I.G. Yeah, I knew that much. But that was one of the show's theme songs, and they would always have like an advertisement for it. And they would play that much of the song every time. That's how I knew about that. You can't make a show like that nowadays. Now that I think about it, I'm like, wait a minute, that show can't exist now. Everybody under the sun be calling for that show to be taken off the air. You're putting it in Discord for me? Well, I'll be damned. Thank you, Rarest. Stop it. Excuse me, slime? Get out of here. Welcome back, Cotter? No. It's a good guess, though, Hafnium. What's up, TJ? That makes a lot of sense. What does? Yeah, right, Rarest? Kind of like Eminem. You didn't have to listen to rap to know, you know, half of Eminem's songs because most people sang him in the hallways and stuff, and you heard it in some form or fashion. Oh, there you go, TJ. Hey, look at that. Well, now you know. That was a callback. Callback to a late great rapper back in the, I guess, late 80s, mid 90s. And rare as they all cut their hair and dyed it the same way too. My brother was one of those people. Shortcut blonde hair. I was like, you're an idiot. You had a roommate that did that, yep. Well, TJ, doing callbacks like that is a way to try to gain some respect and get some clout in the community. Two trailer park girls go around the outside. You're the second person that typed that in my chat today, Hafnium. No, you were the first. No, you're the second. He said it after you? No. Sorry. That reminds me of a joke, Hafnium. You guys ready for a joke? Were you here that early, Hafnium? No, well, maybe you did do it. Well, yeah, there was a lot of people here before you were today, TJ. Me, Jan, that sounds really good. Enjoy. So anyways, here's a joke I wanted to say. Ready? We don't serve your kind here. A time traveler walks into a bar. You're welcome. You're welcome. See, even TJ gave me a nice rarest. You gotta give me some. Oof? Why are you oofing it for? Actually, Hafnium, that's another joke I know. Two bass drums and a cymbal fall off of a hill. Ba-doom. You always oof my jokes? That's okay. I appreciate you and your oofing, Dark Crystal. Thank you for always being there to oof my jokes. I don't know where I would be without the oofages. He doesn't even delete them anymore, TJ. He just lets them go. He's like, ah, whatever, I screwed up. Too much alt-tabbing. Do you only have one screen? Am I full and tough? I'm full and tough. I wasn't paying attention to which one I was on. Oh, I got you. So then why do you alt-tab if you have 5 monitors? Why can't you just mouse over to the other one? Am I missing something there? Hafnium! Look at that. She said she unsubscribed the other day. Hafnium, why are you apologizing for me being the best? Thank you for being the best. I appreciate you. And thank you for 14 months. Alt-tab gets you to the window quicker than mousing to it. Well, I mean, I would venture to wager that the mouse might be more accurate. Because creepers never help with much. Less than 3. Win-tab. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Nice, the creeper helped again. They did. Control escape. Yeah, I wasn't that old school. Alt-tab's always been what I've used for Windows back in the day. Yes, Control-Shift-Escape gets Task Manager. I can do that with one hand. I put the thumb over Control and Shift and then hit Escape with the middle finger.